take a look at all these beautiful little animals. They're all made by the process of felting. I'm here with Barbara at the Back Mountain Makery, and Barbara, I'm excited to be here with you.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Well,
welcome to the Makery.
Thank you. And what kind of project are we doing? We're going to do some felting, right?
Yeah, so today I thought what we would do, we work on a simple tote bag that's easy to get you introduced into felting. Basically, all you need for felting is you need some wool. There's many different kind of wools, but for this type of stuff, I like, if you see the fibers,
yes,
they're all intertwined, all mixed up.
Yeah.
So that's the perfect kind of wool that you want to use for doing pictures or the wool painting.
Okay.
As opposed to something like this, where all the fibers
the same
run
way.
all the same
Yeah.
way. This is, you can certainly still do it, but it's a lot harder and it takes a lot longer to felt with that kind of stuff.
All right.
So for our purposes, we call it batting. The other thing that you need is a needle. There's a whole bunch of different gauges ranging from 32 gauge up to 40, 43, 42. I don't know if you can see, but you can see the barbs.
You can, yeah.
So these are specialized needles that you do use with the wool. So when you poke into the wool, it tangles up the fibers and it creates the felt.
Oh, that's neat, isn't it?
It's really amazing how it does it. The only other thing you need is a felting pad. So they come in a bunch of different varieties. You can get a pad like this. For other projects, I like to use they call it craft board or whatever. It's just something so that when you poke into your project, you're not going to break your needle. We got a pattern drawn on here. I transferred this with a light box. So we just pull off a little bit of.
So little goes a long way?
Yeah, little bit goes a long way, yep. And I kind of scrunch it up a little bit. And basically all you're going to do is fill it into that shape and then start poking it down. And what you'll find is it's going to start to stick into the fabric of the tote bag. And it takes a lot of poking, I'm not going to lie. So this is
like a sewing machine.
Yeah, and it's kind of it's a time-intensive project. It takes a while to do. What if you don't like it? What if you make a mistake?
Yeah.
Then all you have to do is you could
pull
pull
it right
it
back.
up. Yeah. So once I kind of just lay it and tack it in there really quick.
I feel like I used a lot too much.
Well, if you did, that's okay. You could pull it out too. You could just remove what you don't want to use. Yeah. The other thing that comes in handy sometimes for this, and I don't always use it, but sometimes I do, is called a punch tool. So see what it has?
Multiple needles.
Multiple needles. Okay. And then what you do is just very gently. So what it does is just like using, 5 times the needles all at the same time.
Well, you have to be fast with this.
Yeah, and you don't have to do it hard, just nice and light, because it doesn't have to go too far. All of your barbs are right at the end of your needle, so it doesn't even have to go in too far.
I like this one.
Yeah. A lot of people like that one. Sometimes in classes they get a little carried away with those things, but
I can imagine.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. So now you can move around. You can add, if you want, you could put your black on for the body. You can go to your leaves. And if you have something skinny like the leaves, what I do is I just make a nice little long line, lay it in there, and then start to felt. And if you pull, see if you pull the felt up this way, then it gives you a nice line to felt right into there, and you can keep it in.
So you kind of don't have to be afraid to manipulate it.
You do not, no. You can manipulate it however you want. And then you just keep working it, you fill all this in. The next step, after you get all of this stuff.
So you almost did like a bit of shading here.
Yes, right. So that's what I was going to say. The next step is you can take, it's just like painting. So what you do is now when you're doing the shading part, what you want to do is you want to take little bits of wisps. Okay?
Very light.
Very, very light. And you want to lay it right where you want it.
So you don't twist it or anything like that?
No, you don't have to. Now, if I was doing a tree or something, yeah, I might twist it. And then every once in a while, you do want to lift this up because it will, not on this as much, but if you use something like this, it will get embedded a little bit. So you want to pull it up every once in a while.
Right.
Yep, and you just keep working on that. You want to do a little line on the wings.
Oh yeah, that line looks pretty.
Take it and you just roll it in your fingers, lay it down, and tack it in.
Oh my goodness. See, that, like all those little tiny details, though, that really makes it look better every time you add a layer, doesn't it?
Yep. Nothing looks perfect when you first start. It's like starting a painting, when you look at it, you go, oh, this isn't going to work out. But I find 9 times out of 10, if you just carry on, it's going to come out because like I said, you really can't mess this up.
So while we're working, could you tell us about how you make the animals? They're just magnificent. Let's talk about that.
Thank you. Sure. So most of the animals here all have what's called an armature. So an armature is basically the bones of the creature.
Right.
And what it is, it's made out of wire. And it, depending on how big it is, that's how big your gauge is. So smaller animals use like a tiny, skinny one. This actually was done with galvanized
So the deer?
steel.
The deer
Yeah,
was?
so,
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a little harder to work with, but so you want to think of the armature as like the bones of the animal.
Mm-hmm. This has been so much fun. I'm so glad that you were able to show us how to, to do some felting here on this beautiful tote bag. Why don't you tell everybody how they can get in touch with you? Because if they want to learn how to felt, or you also have beautiful pieces for sale.
I do classes here, usually once a month at least at the Makery.
Mm-hmm.
I do some classes also at the Blooming Barn out in Hunlock Creek. I have a Facebook page, it's Barbara Hoyson Art.
Right.
If they want to get a hold of me, or I also do private classes if they need it, and they can just message me right through that Facebook page, and I'll be happy to help them out. I'm happy to get everybody interested in this. This is such a fantastic.
You're a great teacher, and we had so much fun.
So call up the Back Mountain Makery and get signed up. Or you can sign up on the Facebook page by going to the Back Mountain Makery page, go to More, and then Events, and you can sign up through there as well.
So if people want to do some shopping, pick up one of these beautiful tote bags. There's so many great crafts here by local artisans. Why don't you tell everybody the address?
Back Mountain Makery is located at 2613 Memorial Highway in Dallas. And if anybody's interested in just ordering a tote bag without making it, you can give the Makery a call, and we'll be happy to get that for you.
Thank you so much, Barbara. This
Thank
has
you.
been so much fun.
It has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.